Let's start with the first decision, one that is at the core of everything you experience every single day, asterisk, where you place your focus, asterisk. Every moment, your mind is bombarded with millions of bits of information, sounds, sights, thoughts, and emotions. But here's the catch. You can only focus on a fraction of that information at any given time. What you choose to focus on, however, has a profound impact on your experience of life. Imagine for a moment that you're driving through a busy city. There are distractions everywhere, the honking of horns, the flashing lights, people walking by. If you allow yourself to be consumed by every passing distraction, your journey is going to feel chaotic, stressful, and out of control. But if you choose to focus on the road ahead, if you direct your attention to the path you're taking, you can navigate through the chaos with ease. Your journey becomes deliberate and calm, even amidst the madness. The same principle applies to your daily life. The focus you choose shapes the way you experience every moment. Focus on what's wrong, what you don't have, or what isn't working in your life, and you'll continue to feel overwhelmed, anxious, and powerless. But when you choose to focus on what's right, what's working, and what you can be grateful for, your entire perception shifts. This decision of focus is not a passive one. It's an active, intentional choice you make every single day. And the key here is that what you focus on expands. If you focus on problems, you will see more problems. If you focus on opportunities, you will see more opportunities. Focus on lack, and you will experience scarcity. Focus on abundance, and you will start to attract it into your life. It all starts with your attention. The most successful people in the world understand this concept at the deepest level. They're masters at focusing on the opportunities in front of them, even when faced with challenges. They train themselves to look for solutions rather than get stuck in problems. They don't deny or ignore the obstacles. They simply choose not to give them more power than they deserve. They know that where their attention goes, their energy flows. And psychologically, this makes sense. When you focus on something, your brain starts to filter out everything that's irrelevant to that focus. You create what's known as a confirmation bias, where you start noticing more of what you're focused on. So if you focus on fear and negativity, that's what you'll see. But if you focus on growth, possibilities, and solutions, that's what starts to show up in your life. It's also important to recognize that focus doesn't just shape your mental state, it shapes your emotions. Think about it. When you focus on a negative situation, how does it make you feel? Stressed, frustrated, helpless. But when you focus on something you're excited about or something that inspires you, how do you feel then? Empowered, energized, ready to take on the world. The simple decision of where you direct your attention directly impacts your emotional energy, which then fuels your actions. Philosophically, the decision of focus speaks to the idea of asterisk mindset asterisk, the lens through which you view the world. The truth is, you can't control everything that happens to you, but you can control how you respond, and your response is determined by where you place your focus. If you focus on growth, possibility, and the positive aspects of every situation, you will naturally evolve. But if you allow your focus to be hijacked by negativity or limitations, your life will follow suit. So today, ask yourself, what am I focusing on? Is it helping me grow, or is it keeping me stuck? If you want to change your life, start by changing your focus. Because where your attention goes, your life follows. The power is in your hands, you get to choose. Now let's talk about the second decision you make daily that controls and shapes your life, the decision of meaning. You see, life is full of events, moments, interactions, and experiences, but the meaning you assign to these events is what truly defines your reality. The same event can be interpreted in countless ways, and the way you choose to interpret it ultimately dictates your emotional experience and your next steps. Think about it for a moment. You might get a flat tire on the way to an important meeting. For some people, this is just a minor inconvenience, something that can be fixed, quickly forgotten. For others, it becomes a catastrophe. It's a sign that the universe is against them, that things are always going wrong. That event, that flat tire, doesn't change. It's the same objective situation for both people. What changes is the meaning they attach to it. The decision of meaning is one of the most powerful psychological tools you have. The meaning you assign to an event not only shapes your emotional reaction, but it also influences your behavior and your actions. If you assign meaning to a setback that it's a sign you're failing, you're likely to give up or feel helpless. But if you decide that this flat tire is a temporary setback, a small challenge on the road to success, you'll take it in stride and move forward with resilience. The meaning you assign in this moment will determine whether you continue on your journey or if you let this small hurdle derail your progress. This is the power of perspective. It's the lens through which you see the world. And the most successful people aren't immune to challenges or setbacks. They experience them just as much as anyone else. But they've learned to assign a meaning that serves them, a meaning that empowers them to keep going rather than give up. They see challenges as opportunities for growth, not as proof that they're not good enough. They choose to interpret setbacks as a signal to adjust, to learn, to grow, rather than as reasons to quit. Psychologically, this is where cognitive reframing comes into play. When something goes wrong, you have the ability to consciously reframe the meaning of the situation. The reframe doesn't ignore the reality of the situation. It simply changes your emotional response to it. For example, if you're faced with a tough situation, instead of saying, "This is terrible," you could reframe it as, "This is an opportunity to learn," or "This is a challenge that will make me stronger." That simple shift in how you interpret the event immediately changes how you feel and how you act in response. This is the foundation of emotional mastery. Philosophically, this decision speaks to the core of human agency and free will. In a world where we can't always control our circumstances, our true power lies in our ability to control the meaning we assign to those circumstances. Meaning is not something that is given to us, it's something we create. It's a decision we make moment by moment. This ability to choose the meaning of an event is what separates those who thrive from those who merely survive. It's not what happens to us that defines our life, it's what we decide it means. So today, I challenge you to ask yourself, how am I interpreting the events in my life? Are the meanings I'm attaching empowering me to move forward, or are they holding me back? Remember, it's not the events themselves that shape your life. It's the meaning you assign to them. Change the meaning and you can change your entire experience. The next time something unexpected happens, don't react in the same old way. Instead, pause, take control of your perspective, and choose a meaning that empowers you to move forward. When you take control of the meaning you assign, you unlock a power within yourself that will not only help you navigate life's challenges, but will shape your future success. Now, let's move on to the third decision that shapes your life, the decision of behavior. The truth is, every single day, you make decisions about the actions you're going to take or not take, and those decisions are the ones that ultimately determine your future. Your behavior is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. It's not enough to simply have big dreams or lofty goals. If you don't take consistent, meaningful action toward those goals, they remain nothing more than fantasies. Think about it. You can decide all day long that you want to lose weight, start a business, or learn a new skill. But until you make the decision to act, nothing will change. If you sit around waiting for the perfect moment or for some external circumstance to change, you'll be waiting forever. The decision to take action, no matter how small, is where transformation begins. It's in those daily, seemingly insignificant actions that you either move closer to your goals or drift further away from them. This decision is so powerful because behavior is what forms your habits, and habits, in turn, create your identity.